Hi, all right. I'm going to do my semester reflection. So, how do we create communities in the classroom that honor individual needs, as well as the whole group? So, in the classroom, we're definitely going to have kids who are different from one another. Someone might need this while the others need that. So, I think a good solution is to maybe make sections like, okay, if you need a cool down break, go over here. Um, if you want to do your work quietly, go over here. If you want to do your work as a small group, work over here, but be quiet. This way we can accommodate all of our students and we make all of them happy and we can make all of them successful in the classroom. It's hard if a student has a disability that makes them a little bit more antsy. It might distract the class. So I think making a little separate space for them to, collect their thoughts is a great idea because it helps the class stay in check and it helps the kids stay connected to their work as well as it helps the student perform their duties and it allows them to take a nice break and then they can rejoin us when they want. I think community is really important in a classroom, especially with kids, because if they're not feeling welcome, then they're not going to want to come. And then, we always want our kids to come to school. We never want them to be afraid to come to school. So I think maybe making community time is a great thing for the kids to get to know each other, to become self-aware of themselves and others. So I think a community time would be great for the kids. And they can become more familiar with others, and we can understand that others are different and they may need needs that other people don't need. And it's okay to need things and it's okay to not need things. Everyone is different, everyone learns different, and everyone is going to act different. How do we interrupt the school to prison pipeline, as well as other problems that are present for people with serious emotional disturbances? I think just the same thing. I think, if a student doesn't feel welcome in a class, they're not going to want to come to school, which may lead to in the future dropping out, especially if the student has disabilities that they don't feel supported. They're going to think, oh, I'm stupid, I'm worthless, I'm useless, things like that. That's going to become in their minds, and that's not going to be good. So I think that over time, the negative self confidence, when they're old enough, they might drop out of school, which can result in them getting in trouble. And we don't want that. So I think, again, making sure the students are connected and they feel supported and loved and they understand that their disability is something that they have, but it's not something that controls their life. It's something that we can keep under control and something we can work together as a school to overcome. And it's not a death sentence. It's something that we can do and we can work through together in their schoolwork to make sure that they're successful in the classroom. Um, I think next question, it's hard to address trauma situations, but it's always good to talk about them in the classroom because sometimes the student may feel, you know, y- alone and worthless. And I think maybe having a discussion about things such as child abuse and suicide and mental health is important because we don't want our students to suffer in silence. We want our students to feel like they're being loved and they're being supported. So I think we shouldn't avoid these topics. We should work with them and we should not ignore them again. And we should just make the students feel welcome in our classroom, even though they are suffering from these disabilities and these problems, and make sure that they know that they're loved and we're here to help.